I've been harassed by women and men in the work, and some things are not even. It's ridiculous. Now look,
tell us. I'm very interested.
There are some things that
no. I'm interested in this.
There are some things that are really egregious, right? And not everything is Harvey Weinstein level. And
that's rape.
And then some of the that's a whole different story. I'm not talking about that, and I'm not saying it makes it right, but. I remember when I was in Atlanta and was in the cafeteria, commissary, whatever.
At CNN?
At CNN. And this woman, young lady, tweaked my nipples and said, "Oh, it's cold in here." And I said, "Okay, you realize if I did that, they'd be walking me out the door right now." But I didn't care. I didn't go to HR. I didn't say anything because I was just like, it's a double standard.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's a bit. And also, but I've never told this story as well. Someone who I worked with also harassed me at CNN, and I never went to management. First of all, I was so new there. A man or a woman? A woman. And she knew I was gay. And it was just bizarre. She was going through a divorce. It was just weird. And I never went to management. First of all, I thought like, okay, they may find a way to get rid of me because if I tell this story, I don't know if they're going to believe me or not. But then she was so mean to me after that. I was like, I should have told the story. But yeah, I've been harassed by men and women.
But what constituted this harassment? Like, what did you, physically, like in the office, like come in and twirl for me, Don?
It wasn't a twirl for me, but it was not in the office. But yeah, it's all. I won't go that far.
So you had to be with her in certain business occasions, but outside the office, like at a cocktail party.
Maybe.
Places like that. No, I know, because like in our business and media, there's a lot of cocktail parties. There's a lot of assholes.
A lot of cocktail parties. And remember, this was a while ago and there was not Uber and anything like that. And if you are in Atlanta, their taxis aren't available. And so, you say, hey, I'm going to, we've had a couple of drinks and do you mind if I or whatever? No, don't go home. Stay in the guest room, that sort of thing. So, yeah.
The guest room?
Yeah.
Oh, you were staying at somebody's house. Right. Well, I mean, look, let me go back to the cocktail party because something very important about those kind of cocktail parties.
Yeah.
They serve these garlicky hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
And people have the worst sort of breath.
Yes.
Usually unattractive, pudgy, doughy male reporters. And they pin you to the wall and they're talking to you and their breath stinks. If someone was sexually harassing me with that breath, I would definitely go to HR. But if they did not have the garlicky breath, I would let the nipple tweaking go. That's just where I draw the line. It just shows that we're all individuals.
We're all individuals, and I'm an adult. And look, maybe I think it is different for men and women, depending on the power structure and that sort of thing.
I wish I had been harassed this much, quite honestly. I think it's flattering as long as you can fend them off easily.
Yes. I know. As a man, I could say no, I'm not interested, or just
right.
But also as someone, someone who was molested as a child.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh.
So for me, it is a whole different thing. I know how to say.
Sure. Must be very triggering.
Well, yes and no. Well, because you know how to deal with it and you know what's really important or not, and who has the power. I figure as a man I have the power to say I don't want to do this.
And you're bigger and stronger.
Yes, I don't need to go to HR and ruin your career. I just tell you I'm not interested in this. You were drunk, we had a couple of drinks or whatever. Let's let it go.